On a peut-être un tout petit peu l'écran du PC. C'est bon du coup c'est...
Ouais.
Ça peut changer.
C'est bon, on est en direct.
Ok, donc si tu veux mettre en avant sur relève un petit peu. Hello everyone! So here we are, me and Manu. You can see his hand here. Today we're gonna do a little playthrough and of course a setup of the game. So here's just the map that you will see just afterwards. We've chosen the scenario page 24, a sad celebration with the Joker and Harley Quinn to play, and we will just set the game up together and then just afterwards play it. So, in order to begin, we're just gonna show you two miniatures, the ventriloquist. I heard some of you wanted to see them. So here is Peyton, oh sorry, Peyton Riley. Oh, that's a bit. Manu, maybe you want to show them? There, I think? Or. I don't see them really well. So here's the feminine ventriloquist, Peyton Riley. A really terrible character, fearsome character. That's more of it. And the most famous ventriloquist, or infamous, should I say, Arnold Wesker, and Scarface, of course, on his arm. So you don't see them really well, but I think you can guess. Normally, I'm pretty sure most of you know who they are, or at least know Arnold Wesker. So let's just start with the setup of the sad celebration. So here you can see on the missions booklet the title of the mission and Alfred talking to the heroes, the players in general, but here to the heroes, saying that some important person in Gotham City has been captured by the Joker and is ready to be plunged into the acid vat.
No!
Here. No! He's already begun to plunge. We've got to hurry up. So, the heroes need to disarm to dismantle some computers in order to stop the system that is just plunging the important person, into the acid vat. And of course, the villain need to this not to happen, and maybe they will further in the game need to plunge manually the person into the acid vat. So here you can see just the setup image. So that's the game board, Ace Chemical, that you can see, and here are the miniatures that will be put on it. You can also see some items you will need. So Joker's and Harley Quinn's life points markers, 2 reinforcement tokens, and a generic token named the hostage that will be not lowered or being lowered. Here you can see the computer miniatures. There are 4 of them. You can see they are miniatures because they are circled in orange. If they are circled in white, like this, they are tokens. In orange, they are miniatures. And if an object, an item, is circled in blue, then it is an item card, yeah, an equipment card. Sorry. And here are 3 command posts, also miniatures, like those ones, that we will put on the game. Alright, so let's start by putting the miniatures. Here are the shotgun brutes that we will put. Maybe put this here. Up. Ça comme ça. Let's start with the shotgun brutes. Manu will do this while I'm setting up the thugs with firearms here, there, and there. So every time a miniature is in an area, we will put it up. The prisoners that you can see here are almost everywhere on the board, just like any other villain characters. Some are inside the rooms and some others are outside, more exposed to the anger of the heroes. Here are the brutes with chains. Oh, that we will put on the board also, ready for the fight. Manu is taking, okay, Harley Quinn's gang, and those here are the computer miniatures. So you've seen the computer miniature, you've seen that we needed to take them, and we will need to put them on the board. We will put them on the board here, on those areas, marked like this. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Here I need
Here
thug.
there is one,
firearm.
this one, and here the Harley Quinn's gang. Oh, Harley Quinn is there. Alright?
Okay.
And the 3 command posts that you might need. You've got also the reinforcement tokens. So here and there, the reinforcement tokens are indicated like this by the icon of the token. The command posts are indicated like that, just as they are indicated here. And I think we've got pretty much everything on the board. So now let's put the heroes in place. So we've got 3 heroes. You can see they are here, here, and there on the board. The first, second, and third heroes. So the first heroes needs to be chosen between Batman and Batman the Dark Knight Returns. The second hero needs to be chosen between Robin, Bluebird, and Batgirl. And also spoiler. And the third hero needs to be chosen between Huntress, Bullock, and Katana. We've chosen for this scenario Batman here with his hero board that we've put here on the Bat tablet, Robin and Huntress. So they are.
He's got bad gadgets.
Of course, they've got bad gadgets. As you can see, indicated with this icon, they need bad gadgets during the setup. So we will take all the bad gadgets we've got, alright, in the entire game, expansions included, and we will select some for each heroes. You can see here that Batman has a bat belt, utility belt size of 4. So I will take bat gadgets with a total size of 4. The size is written here on the upper right corner of the card. It's between 1 and 2 usually. So Batman needs 4. I will take for him a taser gun. Let's look at it here. For him to hit harder and benefit from the electricity skill when he hits. So this will be useful against the bosses, the Joker and Harley Quinn. I will also give him the claw. That gives him a little bit more parkour to be able to move freely, to move easily, and the attraction skill in order for him to attract enemies, attract opponents. I will also give him the armband computer. So Batman will be better when performing hacking, when performing an action where hacking is useful. We will see that just afterwards. Robin, on the other hand, starts with bat gadgets because of this icon. Sorry, it's not really clear. And a short baton written just beside him. So I took the bat baton, the short baton, sorry, that gives him a yellow rerollable dice when performing a melee attack, and I will choose up to 3 bat gadgets with a total size of 3, actually. So a bat cape that weighs 2 and gives him untouchable level 1, so he will ignore 1 success when being attacked with range attacks, and a perforating batarang, so he will be able to perform 1 range attack during the game. And Huntress starts the game with 2 items, a long baton and the crossbow, so she will be able to shoot to range attack and melee attack. And I will give her the tear gas, a small grenade that puts toxic gas in an area. Alright for that? Heroes starts the game with a number of energy cubes indicated here. So 10 for Huntress, 10 for Robin, and 11 for Batman. We will put them all in the active zone here, in the reserve zone, sorry. And at the beginning of the game, we will put 5 energy cubes, as indicated here, from the reserve zone into the fatigue zone, like that. Okay for that. Now, let's look at the villain's river. So, the villain's command post, as you see here, maybe Manu, you can show that to the camera, will need 8, do I see right? Yes. 8 energy cubes here in the reserve zone and 3 in the fatigue zone. Yeah, everybody seen it? And the recovery token of 5 indicated between the 2 values. This means that the villain will recover 5 energy cubes at the beginning of each of his turns. We've put also those 3 spaces tokens with a defense token of 4, the value of 4 in exertion limit, so the villain can perform up to 4 defenses each turn, and we will follow the reverse placement initial placement as indicated here. Here's the first tile, the second, etc., etc. So we've put the thugs with firearm, the brutes with chains, the joker, etc., etc. Then, maybe I can go there again. Alright, thanks. Let's see the event. So the event tile that you see here will have an event, so a special rule when activated. So the villain will get X reinforcement points when activated, when the event tile is activated, where X is the number of computer miniatures on the board. So the more the heroes will accomplish objectives, the less reinforcement points the villain will have. And then the special rules. So the heroes will be able to hack into the computer by performing thoughts, complex thoughts of difficulty 6, and of course the hacking skill is taken into account. So that means that, for example, Robin, that has a hacking skill of level 2, will benefit from 2 extra successes when performing this kind of action. If I success in my complex thought of difficulty 6, then the computer is removed from the game, from the board. There are 4 of them, and as soon as there are only 1 computer remaining on the board, then the hostage is not being lowered towards the vat. But the villain can still lower the hostage manually. So for that, the villain will need, once there is only 1 computer remaining on the board, the villain will be able to perform
a complex manipulation of 3
of difficulty 3. Great.
on the console.
The command posts.
Command post.
Yes, on the command post areas. So the command posts are those miniatures. As a reminder, as soon as there is only 1 computer remaining, then at the beginning of each villain's turn, the hostage will be turned on the 0 face up, so which is the not being lowered face. Here is the hostage. The 1 indicates, we don't see anything, but the 1 indicates the hostage is being lowered, the 0 indicates he is not. So if the hostage is on the 0, then the villain will need to hurry up and lower the hostage during the turn, otherwise the hostage won't be lowered this turn and the heroes will have time to save him, and then the heroes will win. The heroes have 7 turns in order to win. Something we haven't shown yet is the initiative. Here you can see this symbol. It is circled in blue, which means that the heroes have the initiative. Then I am the hero, so I will start. I think, no, we are missing 1 rule, of course. The winch overload. So when there are no computers at all remaining on the board, then the hostage cannot be lowered towards the vat anymore, even manually. So the villain will automatically lose the game. Thank you, Manu. It was automatically. I was struggling with. So I will need, if I want to win directly, to hack the 4 computers, but that will be hard for me. Okay?
Okay, let's
Are we
go.
alright? Let's go. So maybe the heroes. first turn we advance the turn marker, so it's turn 1, and then I declare the stance with each of my heroes. I will take those stance markers, put them here, and Huntress is active, so she will recover 2 energy cubes. Robin is also active, he will recover 2 energy cubes as well. He will recover 5 energy cubes if resting, but I will put him on the active stance, and Batman does the same. Of course, he has to show everyone how to play. I think that's okay, so maybe here Huntress will go up those barrels. You can see that there are no white lines between the areas because those areas are delineated in the game board's rules at the end of the missions booklet. On those game board's rules, here you can see the areas delimited. You can also see the different special moves that you can perform. I won't show them, you can just look at them in the game board's rules. That will be a little bit clearer, but just know that Huntress can perform a climb from here to there and a climb from there to there. This will cost her 1 extra move each time, but fortunately Huntress has the parkour skill level 1, here indicated here with the upper skill icon. So she will reduce this extra cost by 1, as it is just 1. It is 1 move plus 1 extra minus 1 because of the parkour, so that's 1 move point, and 1 extra move point because it's the exact same movement. Huntress has a move point bonus of 2, so those 2 move points are just for free. Now I will start shooting a little bit with Huntress. So she will put 1 energy cube here in the range attack skill. So I will take 1 orange die plus 1 orange die because of the crossbow. As soon as I perform a range attack, I will get 1 extra orange die. I take those 2 dice, choose my target. I will choose my target, which is this villain here. I can see, you can't, but I will tell you, there are 2 letters, 2 common letters on the center of those areas. There is a A here and a there, so those areas share a clear line of sight automatically. There's nothing that can tell you the opposite. So I will shoot at this enemy, a thug with firearm,
Yes, very good.
and perform 0 successes. I could reroll, but I will just choose to perform another attack. So this one was a failure. I put another cube and roll. More successes. So that's 1 and 1 plus the marksman skill, which is 1 extra damage, 1 extra success when performing a range attack. The enemy has a defense of 1, so Manu has to roll 2 successes if he wants to save him.
So I don't want.
He don't want to.
And he die.
He doesn't want to.
He's not rise.
Oh yeah. Nobody dies, of course. Then Huntress will perform another attack. So one
Why
extra
did
cube.
you shoot this guy?
Oh, I didn't really like him, and maybe because you can see on the Villains River the thugs with firearm, so the one I just neutralized, is the first tile. So there will probably the first characters activated. So I need to get rid of a maximum of them at the beginning of the game in order not to be too much shot at. Another range attack will be against this character here. So this brute with chains. I'm here on a higher elevation level than this brute that's on the ground level. So I will take an elevation bonus of 1 yellow die. So I get my 2 orange dice plus 1 yellow die. I roll them and get 2, 3, 4 plus 1 with the marksman, 5 successes. You need 3 to defend, he's just KO. And I got 1 extra attack with Huntress, as she has an exertion limit of 4 in her range attack, so I cannot put more than 4 cubes. And I will attack this thug with firearm. There. Alright. I've got no elevation bonus. I roll 2 orange dice and roll 3 plus 1, 4. Just get rid of him. Alright, now I decide Robin will act. He will go there. That's 1 move because he also has the parkour skill level 1. There, that's his 2nd move. He also has a move point, a move point bonus of 2. So he's got 2 free movements for his first movement each turn. Then I go there, 1 move point. So I don't have any free movement points. So I will put 1 energy cube there in order to get 1 extra move points to climb there. The climb is a level 1 climb, so I need normally 1 extra move points, but because of the parkour, it's the same as with the barrels. I don't need it. Then I want to go there in order to see the computer, but there is an enemy here. So I should normally spend 1 extra move points on top of normal move point in order to move from an area to another. But Robin is quite good and he's got the uncatchable skill level 1. So he will ignore 1 size index of enemy while moving. So he will basically ignore this enemy and just go there for 1 move point. And then he will perform the complex thought of difficulty 6, but he's got the hacking skill level 2, so I will only need 4 successes. I got only 2 for free. I put 3 energy cubes in my thought action, then I get 3 red dice because that's my characteristic, and roll them. I get 0, 2 and 2, that's 4, plus the 2 of the hacking. The computer is hacked. That's great. Now it's Batman's turn. Batman will go this way. So he enters a dangerous area, written here on the board, on the area directly. This is a level 1 dangerous area because of the acid leaking from the bat. So Batman will roll 1 yellow die and suffer as many wounds as the number of successes obtained. I rolled a 2, so that's pretty bad. I will put 1 energy cube in Batman's reroll space and get to reroll that die. and get 0 successes, so Batman loses suffers no wounds. But I had to spend 1 energy cubes to reroll. I'm sorry. So that's 1 and 2 move points. 1 extra move point here that I pay. Then I will try to get rid of the brute with shotgun that you can see. I pay 2 energy cubes in my melee attack space, so I get 2 red dice plus 1 red die because of the taser gun.
Orange.
Orange, sorry. Yeah. So I cannot cheat anymore. That's it. I roll them. I get 1, 2, 3 plus 1 success because of Batman's martial arts skill that gives him 1 extra success when obtaining at least 1 success on the melee attack characteristics. Melee attacks, just. So that's 4 successes.
And I want to defense.
And Manu will defend the brute.
So I take 2 energy cube and I put them in the defense.
Alright. So you get to roll 2 orange dice. You need to obtain at least 2 successes, and you have
And
only
I
1.
miss. So I want to reroll, and I pay.
So you take 1
for
energy cube.
1 reroll.
Okay. Okay. 2 extra successes. That's 3.
So it's okay for me.
Plenty
It's
enough.
not neutralized. And the brute has got the skill,
The counter-attack skill.
counter-attack skill.
Level 2. So
I can roll 2 yellow dice on Batman.
okay, that's a melee attack also. And
It's
you get
not bad.
not really bad. So you get
2
successes. Okay,
2
Batman
on.
now has to defend against this. Batman has an automatic defense here of an orange die. So I can just roll that if I want in order to block this attack and suffer the least wounds possible, or I can also pay here energy cubes in order to get more orange dice, because the defense characteristic of Batman is orange. But I will just use the automatic defense. I roll the orange die and get 0 successes. So I will pay for a reroll and 0 successes also. Batman just suffers 2 wounds. Pretty good for the villain.
Yes.
Batman has an exertion limit for his melee attack of 3. So I cannot put more than 1 energy cube. But first, I can also just decide to push my limits. Batman has got the pushing limit skill level 1, which means that Batman can choose to suffer 1 wound in order to put a virtual cube, energy cube, in a space, in an action space. That will be in melee attack. Plus, I put my energy cube saturating the area, the space, so that's virtually 2 energy cubes here in the melee attack, and I attack again the brute with firearm. I roll 2 red plus 1 orange die. I got 3 plus 1 plus the martial arts, that's 5 successes. The brute is neutralized. Yes, that's good, but Batman has only 2 energy cubes left, so I won't try anything with the computer, and I will just save those energy cubes in order to perform defenses, because I guess Manu will try to hit Batman or my other heroes. I guess that's it for the moment. So Maybe just interest. No, it's okay.
It's okay for you?
It's okay for me. So at the end of my turn, I take all of my energy cubes in my spaces and put them in my fatigue zone. So I do this for every one of my heroes, and it's the villain's turn. So Manu, that's up to you.
So at the beginning, I recover 5 energy cube. So
First, yeah, you empty your spaces as well, only at the beginning of your turn.
And then I recover 5 energy cube. And now I'm going to crush the hero. So
in your dreams,
I begin. Where is the user? Okay, so I pay 1 cube for the thug with firearm. So I pay the cube, and then I take the tile and move
at the
at
end of the river.
end of the river. Then everything go down.
And every other tile is cheaper, has its cost reduced.
So the first thug with firearm is
This one.
Yes.
So
One, two,
movement, 2 movements.
2 movements.
Because they have a move point bonus of 2. So they can perform for free 2 movements each.
And then I decide to shoot Red Robin.
Alright.
Robin.
But can you see him? Yes.
Yes.
There's a bee here and there. Otherwise, it would have crossed a lot of obstacles. But you can, so okay.
So I can roll 2 white dice.
That you can re-roll. That's pretty good. So
Nothing.
Nothing and nothing.
And
you can re-roll them. Okay, that's a
2.
Maybe you see it there. But that's a 2 and a nothing. So Red Robin has a bat cape, which allows him to ignore 1 success from range attack. He's got an automatic defense of a yellow die here. So I will just roll this defense and get 0 successes. So Robin suffers 1 wound.
Great. And I move the other thug with firearm just here.
Okay, so you perform 1 movement, and the rest of your move point bonus is just lost.
And then I shoot on Robin.
Again?
Yeah, I don't like Robin.
I can see that.
Okay, I roll a 2, and then I can re-roll it for free.
Oh!
And it's another 2, so 4 damage.
That's 4 damages.
Sorry.
No problem. So, 4 damages for Robin, 4 successes. I will take my 2 energy cubes here and put them in the defense. So I will get to roll 2 orange dice plus the free yellow die that he gets with his automatic defense. I roll them and get 2 plus 1, 3 plus the bat cape, that's 4. So it's okay. Robin doesn't suffer any damage from this attack.
Very good.
Pretty good, yes.
And then I want to play. I think the brute with chains is very cool, but I can play.
Those with chains are here,
only 1,
there, and there.
and he can hit again Robin, or
One
he can
Robin.
hit Huntress.
Yeah, you can go for Huntress also.
But the other is very far. This is very, very far.
Yeah, this one is way too far. This one
And this
can reach Huntress, but
yes.
that will cost you a lot of move points. 2.
Yes, but I think I played a brute with chains. So I use one energy cube
Because
to pay the brute.
Because they are in first position in the river.
And then I play those.
You play them.
She 5 and 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2,
So you go
3,
down.
4, 5.
That's a climb down of level 2. But the brute with chains has the parkour skill level 1. Then the brute with chain will ignore 1 extra move point from the cost of the climb. So that will be 1 plus 1 because 1 is ignored. So 2, 3. They have 3 in move point bonus. 4 and 5 to reach Batman.
So I must pay 2 more energy cube for the movement.
Those 2 energy cubes in the movement will give 2 extra movement points to only this figure, this character, and no other characters of the type.
And then I hit Batman
With 2 white and a yellow dice.
3
Okay.
damage.
3 damages. I will pay for 1 defense. So that's 1 orange plus the 3 orange die. And I roll 3 successes also. So Batman is safe at the moment.
Okay, and the last 1, 2, and 3. Hello, Huntress.
Oh, no, she doesn't like you.
Oh,
Alright, that's 0
nothing.
successes. I'm pretty glad. Don't you want to move the last one?
Yes. 1, 2. Sorry.
So the last one
1, 2, 3.
is moving to this area.
And I activated 2 tiles, so I cannot activate more
Yeah.
for my turn. So this is the end of my turn, and the hero begins
To play
their
a game.
second turn.
Okay, so yeah. At the beginning of the hero's turn, because they are the first to play, we move the turn marker here, so it's the beginning of the second turn. Then the heroes will again put all their energy cubes from the spaces in the fatigue zone, like that. Huntress doesn't have any, because she didn't have to perform any defense or reroll during the villain's turn. Then the heroes again will choose their stance. So Robin will be resting this turn, so he will recover not 2 but 5 energy cubes. That's pretty good, and he will be up to perform some defenses during the next turn, because I'm thinking that will happen. Batman here will be resting also, so I move the stance marker, and he will recover 6 energy cubes because he's Batman. And Huntress, her, will activate herself. She will be active. She doesn't want everyone to rest. That wouldn't be good for her, for the heroes in general actually. So she will perform an attack. Oh, maybe not an attack yet. That would be better to hit. I cheated a little bit at the beginning. I needed to get rid of the short baton that weighs 2, and the crossbow weighs 1. So she would have lost the parkour skill. I didn't want that, so I just get rid of the short button for free and put it in her start area, here. So she doesn't have it. Now she's alone with the brute with chains, here. And I don't really like that, to be honest. So she will just move down here for 1 move point, plus 1 because there's an enemy in her area. She will perform a fall. That's a level 2 fall. It's written on the game board's rules. So she will roll 2 yellow dice. She rolls 2 successes, then suffers 2 wounds, but the parkour skill allows her to ignore 1 wound, so I only take 1 wound. That's already enough. I will put 1 cube in the range attack to roll 2 orange dice, and I target here the prisoner just on the red barrels. I roll 3 plus the marksman 4 successes on him. So this prisoner here is neutralized. Great. That's good news for me. The Joker and Harley Quinn's gang will be the next ones to activate. So I think I need to get rid of some Harley Quinn's gang. I perform another range attack towards this one, here, in the Joker's area. There's a E and a E on the centers of the area, so I have a line of sight. I roll 2 plus 1, 3 successes. He's got 1 defense, so Manu, do you want to perform a defense?
And I want to defense.
Okay.
And for this defense, I use 2 energy cube.
Alright. In order to have chances to roll 2 successes. That's 1 success.
But Joker has got the skill,
the support,
skill, so I can reroll
level 2. So you can reroll twice.
For free.
Yeah.
And I reroll.
Of course. So another success. The 2 successes needed to save him, and he is saved. But I will attack again. I put another energy cube. Roll 4, that's 5 successes on him. Maybe that's a lot.
Yes.
Even with the support skill. And should I perform another attack or not? That is the question. But I think the answer is no. I will just stay here. I'm pretty good. So, alright. My turn is over. I move everything in my fatigue zone. And it's up to Manu.
Okay, so beginning of my turn. Refresh other cubes. And then recovery 5. 3, 5. So, I'm going to
San Francisco.
pay for use the Joker. So I pay 1 energy cube. Oh, sorry.
Roll the tile.
And I use the Joker. And I'm going to hit. I think I'm going to hit Robin.
So the Joker's here, just in front of Robin. So yeah, that would be a good move to hit Robin.
And I've got 2 melee action with orange and a white reroll dice.
Alright, so he can perform this twice.
First attack. Oh yeah! 4! Oh, you're sorry.
Sure.
You don't see it. 4.
4
Yeah.
successes. I'm really glad of it. So I pay 2 energy cubes in order to roll 2 orange plus 1 yellow dice. One
Yeah.
success. Ooh, that's not a lot. I will pay for a reroll. Reroll 1 orange. So that's 2 successes. Against the 4, I will suffer 2 wounds. And now it's the beginning of your second attack.
Okay, so for the second attack. Oh,
0. But
too
you
bad.
can reroll the 1
But
die
I
for
can
free.
reroll
For free.
for free for a moment. 2.
That's 2.
And I pay so 1 energy cubes in the reroll zone to reroll the orange die. So it's 3.
Okay, 2 plus 1, 3. Perfect, I really like that. I will again, I think, pay 2 energy cubes to roll the same defense. I don't have any energy cubes left in my active zone, so that's pretty bad. I roll a 2 and 0 and 0, so that's 1 wound for Robin. Okay, he can deal with that.
Okay, for my second activation, I pay 2 energy cube to play the Harley Quinn's gang. So this one, I want to shoot Batman, but I cannot because I've got no line of sight.
So you just first draw a straight line between the 2 areas, line of sight markers of the areas, but they cross here, this, which is an obstacle, and there are no letters, no common letters between the 2 areas, so you don't have a line of sight, of course, indeed.
So I must pay 1 energy cube for the movement.
Yes, because that's a level 2 climb, even for the climb down, and he's got only 2 move point bonus, so that's 1 move point for the normal move, plus 2 extra move point for the climb.
And when I'm here, I decide to shoot Batman. So I've got 3 white die.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, it's a 2.
That's a 2.
And
maybe you want to reroll some? Be careful not to be too greedy.
Yeah, yes, but I
But I
will roll
want
1.
to.
Yes, I will roll 1.
Alright.
Oh, too bad. 2.
Okay, so that's 2 successes here against Batman. He will pay 1 for 1 defense. So he will roll the 2 orange dice and get a 2. So the attack is blocked, is defended.
So now
Here is another
1,
Harley Quinn's gang.
2, and this Harley Quinn's gang shoot Huntress.
This one here can clearly see Huntress, so the line of sight doesn't cross any obstacle, so there's no problem. You can shoot at Huntress.
So I use 3 white
3
dice
white dice.
and 1 yellow for
The elevation bonus.
the elevation.
That's
2.
Also 2. Okay, fine for me. I will pay for a defense because Huntress doesn't have any free defense. She's not suited in leather, in hard leather, like Batman or even the Robins. She's not really well suited. So, with my defense, I get 1 rerollable yellow die. I get 1 success, so I suffer 1 wound. Because I ignore one of the 2 wounds.
And the last is going to shoot a Robin.
Robin, of course. He doesn't have anything to pay for defenses, so that's a good idea.
2.
2 again. So Robin will just have his yellow die to roll and get a 0.
Oh.
So he suffers 2 wounds. 1 here from the fatigue zone, and there are no more energy cubes in the fatigue zone, so he will take the cubes from the spaces, just like that.
Poor Robin.
Poor Robin, yeah, true.
So this is the end of my turn.
This is the end
of my turn. So it's the beginning of turn 3.
Yep. Perfect. Can you move back to the heroes? Great. So everything will go back here into the fatigue zone. And I choose the stance of my heroes. Batman will be active, of course. He can do a lot. Robin, that has suffered a lot of damages during this turn, will be resting again. And recovers again 5 energy cubes. So 4 from the fatigue zone to the active zone. And as there are no more energy cubes in the fatigue zone, he will recover 1 from the wound zone to the fatigue zone. And Huntress was active last turn. She will be resting this turn, so she recovers 5 energy cubes. Only Batman is active. So he will start with a melee attack. I pay 2 here, so get 2 red dice plus 1 orange die against the brute with chains. Oh, the brute with chain here in Batman's area. I roll and get 4 successes. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to pay some defense.
Okay.
So I pay 2 for the defense.
2 energy cubes to roll 2 orange dice. Okay, 3 successes, plenty enough. But you don't have the counter attack this time. Batman won't suffer anything. I pay, so I will suffer 1 wound in order to push my limits. I don't have any energy cubes in the fatigue zone, so I will take it from a space here, from the melee attack space. I suffer 1 wound, plus I put an extra energy cube here, and roll the usual dice. Wow! That's 3, 6, 7 successes in total with the martial arts. The brute with chains is completely crushed. And now Batman can just safely try to hack the computer. He's got one level of hack with his hacking skill level 1, plus he's got the armband computer, which gives him a total of 2 in hacking. I need to roll 4 successes, so I will put 3 energy cubes in the thought space, roll 3 red dice and get 4 successes, which is plenty enough. I get rid of a second computer, and then Batman can move. So he will use his move point bonus in order to go there and I think there, because there's a lot of people, and here almost nobody can see me. So I will be able to rest a little bit on the next turn. I put everything I used this turn in my fatigue zone, and it's Manu's turn again.
Okay, so at the beginning of my turn, I put all this cube and recovery 5. So I begin with play my event tile.
Alright. So you get
Only two,
two reinforcement points.
so
Should have done it earlier.
I use a shotgun, a brute with firearm.
Can you show why you only reinforce this one?
Because he's one position in the river.
He's at the first position in the river and he costs 2 reinforcement points. Maybe you can show that.
Sorry.
2 reinforcement points in order to bring one miniature from this tile back in the game on a reinforcement area, which is an area with a reinforcement token.
And now I play the brute with firearm. So we pay 1 energy cubes. And I activate them. So the first 1, 2, 3.
The one just being reinforced is going to see Batman.
And I want to be in Batman zone because he's got the skill.
That's point blank.
Yes, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So I've got black dice.
That's not this camera.
It's the wrong. Sorry.
So the black dice
And I roll it.
can be really, really strong.
No. And with that skill, I can reroll.
Because of point blank, you're in my
No.
area, so you can reroll for free.
No. But I want, so I pay a reroll.
Okay.
I use energy cubes. Oh.
That's one success, and as you're in my area, you're suffering my hindering due to my menace index. I have 1 menace, so minus 1 successes to your roll. The one doesn't do anything here.
Okay, and then 1, 2, 3.
Alright.
And I shoot Robin.
Of course.
Yeah.
The usual one.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
The other, please.
Okay, this
Yes.
one
One.
moves here, there, maybe.
Yes. Sorry.
This one moves there. 1,
1,
2.
2. No,
No,
that's
2.
all.
Okay.
3.
So you guard the entrance.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
3.
And I shoot
So you can shoot at Huntress.
Huntress. Nothing. Okay.
Not really lucky.
And the last.
The last one. We'll go to see Huntress, of course. It was really close and I guess pissed at her. Thanks to
Nothing.
blank.
This is a very, very good turn.
Yep. Maybe your best.
And this is the end of my turn. So we're going to the
Fourth turn. Okay, so hero's turn. Huntress is active. Robin is also active. Yeah, he can do something. And Batman is resting. Okay, that's 3 plus 3. 6 energy cubes recovered his turn. So I think Robin will just leave the Joker. Because he doesn't like him really much. He will go 1 move point, 2 movements. He's still uncatchable, so he doesn't care about the Joker. Where will I go? I will see just later. Oh no. Just go there. 1 extra move point. No, I will see later. Sorry. And here, Huntress will just go on top of the red barrels. That's 2 plus 1. It should be 4 move points because of the climb plus the enemy, but she's got parkour, so that's just 3 move points. I pay 1 energy cube here for the 3rd move point, and then I perform range attacks. I really like range attacks with Huntress. She's a real killer. She will shoot at the prisoners, because there will be the next ones to be activated. But I see only 1 here. I will still shoot at him. There's a bee here and there, so I can just roll 2 successes plus 1, that's 3 successes. The prisoner is out. And now I want some space to clean here, this area, in order to be able to enter the building. So I will shoot at this one, also B and B, and no obstacles in the line of sight, so perfect. I will shoot at this thug with firearm. I roll 2, that's 3 successes for a range attack on the thug with firearm.
I'm going to defense, so I pay 2 energy cube
They won't see.
and roll the defense. Ow!
Again,
No.
1.
Ow, 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 ow,
Yeah. Will you pay your last energy cube
ow. Yes.
to defend him? Wow, that's generous. And you defended him. Alright, but I really want to get rid of him, so I perform another attack on the same character and get 2, that's 3. He's out. And let's also get rid of the brute with firearm here, or at least I will try. So I roll my usual 2 orange dice and get 5. So yeah. Yeah, I think my attacks are
Yes.
a bit better. She's Huntress. Here, Robin will move a little bit, but not too far away. I will go there, and I think I don't want to go further in order not to be attacked. So that's the end of my turn. Everything goes back into the fatigue zone, and it's up to Manu.
Okay, so recovery 5, and I decide to activate Harley Quinn. She cost me 1 energy cubes. So Harley Quinn's got 4
Harley
movements.
Quinn's there in the building. She's got a move point bonus of 4. And I'm pretty sure she's gonna crush Huntress or maybe
3.
Robin again.
No. 3,
So-
3, 3, 3, 3,
Right.
4.
So how many levels of parkour does she have?
She has 3.
Okay, and that was a jump of difficulty 3. So with a 3 in parkour, she just ignores the 3 extra move points that it should cost. So that's just 1 move point for her.
And I attack. I've got 2 attack on
Two
an
attacks.
interest. And the attack is 2 white dice and 1 yellow. And another yellow dice because she's got the
Imaginary friend.
imaginary friend skill. So first attack.
Her friend is talking to her.
Oh,
0.
nothing. Nothing, my friend.
So that was the first attack, and now
This is my second attack.
second attack. Oh, that's a bit better.
It's better.
So 3,
2,
successes.
3, and I want to re-roll the white dice.
The white?
Yes.
Alright.
Wow.
We got fewer.
Okay, 3.
So that's 3. I will pay for 2 yellow dice that I can re-roll. I roll a 1, I re-roll the other one. So that's 2 successes in total, and she suffers 1 wound.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
So now
She could have been in much worse shape.
I play. Excuse me. I play. I've got 3 energy cubes.
And you can either activate the prisoners,
Prisoners,
the thugs with firearm,
and the brutes with chains.
or
But I
you
can
can
drain,
also demobilize
or do, yes.
a tile for the other tiles to cost less, because demobilizing the tile would mean getting rid of the tile, and just by removing 2 energy cubes from your fatigue zone, and also removing all the remaining miniatures from this tile on the board. But you can do this only once per game.
And I pay only 1 for the prisoners,
So you don't demobilize.
and they just move 1, 2, 3.
So that's a prisoner going there.
1, 2, 3, 4. So I pay 1 energy cube. And this is the end of my turn.
Alright. So again, we move the turn marker here. On the 5th turn, it's the hero's turn. Huntress gets her energy cubes back in the fatigue zone, and she will be resting this turn, recovering 5 energy cubes. Robin is active, and Batman is active as well. So Robin is going to yeah, I think you can show that. Robin is going there. That's 2 energy, 2 move points, 2 extra move points. And I have a saturation of 4. I think that's better actually to go this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He will go by the stairs here and arrive in this area with 2 enemies by paying 2 energy cubes. Then Batman will also activate. He's got parkour level 2, so he can climb here without extra cost, but of course he will need to pay for the brute that was in his area. So that's 2 movement points, then plus 1, because that's a jump level 2. Here, Harley Quinn doesn't bother Batman because she's already bothered by Huntress. So Batman will go there for 1 extra movement point. So that's 2 move points at the moment for Batman. Robin won't be able to reach there, so I guess Batman will go 1 extra move point to go there. Robin will hit an enemy with an orange and a yellow dice because of his short baton, he will hit the Harley Quinn's gang in his area and roll 0, but the yellow can be rerolled. And he's got the martial arts level 1, so that's 2 hits.
And I defend.
So Manu will use his last energy cube in order to defend, and that's a success. So Robin will again perform an attack and get 2 successes. Okay, I'll try. So 2 extra move points in order to go there, in this area. So Batman won't be hindered while moving by the prisoner. Batman will pay 1 energy cube by suffering a wound, by pushing his limits, in order to go there, in this area, with the computer. And he will hack it with his fist, because he's Batman. That's 3 energy cubes in the thought action character. Thought space. I roll them and get 5, so that's okay. Now only 1 computer is remaining on the board, so Manu will need, and desperately need, to activate the consoles in order for the hostage to be lowered every turn. So that's the end of my turn. Everything goes back in the fatigue. Robin doesn't have any energy cubes left. That's pretty bad for me, but still.
Okay, so at the beginning of my turn, I turn the token who represents the hostage on the 0 face. And then recovery, all 5 energy cubes. Then, if I want to win, I must activate console.
Command post.
Command post. Sorry. So my first activation is the thug with firearm, and I pay 1 energy cube to try to activate it. So this guy is gonna be here to try
to activate
this command post. So I've got, for the complex manipulation, a white dice and an orange dice. Ow!
You roll 0 successes.
0. So I must reroll. And I pay for the white die. Ow!
Oh, that's really bad.
Again. Oh no!
Activate the Joker. That's probably better. Yeah. The white die can be rerolled.
It doesn't have the white die.
Sorry, I was looking at the upper line. Maybe a demobilization?
No, I play again.
Alright, believe in you. Believe in yourself.
Yes.
Alright.
And the last for the orange. Oh no!
Yeah, that's too bad for you. So you only rolled 2 successes when you needed 3. So maybe you should have activated a Joker, maybe, yeah, we'll never know. But too bad you didn't manage to bring the hostage into the acid vat. Now it will take too long for you and I will be able to save the hostage. So that's a victory for the heroes. I think that's pretty good for us. So I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe that's a little freeze.
There was a freeze.
I don't know which make you see, but
Hey,
hey,
the rescue cam.
So I hope you enjoyed it. We tried to be as helpful as we could. We tried to to tell you everything we were doing. So I really hope you learned or you didn't get confused by anything, except by my hands. Next time we'll do this kind of thing, so a quick setup and a playthrough, but for the versus mode. So that will be the villain against kind of the villain, also the heroes, of course, but they will have a command post, just like the villain does have in the adventure mode. Well, I guess that's pretty much it for tonight. Manu, do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy the game, and see you soon.
So you can show yourself so they can see your happy face. That's his happy face. Alright, so see you soon, see you in 1 week, and have a nice day. Bye.
Bye bye.